Hey guys, Snoozy here. Today we're going to do the 5 things I wish I knew when I started Diablo 4. Would have saved me some time, especially with the campaign, getting stuff cut down. So we're going to go on and get straight into it. Number 1, if you're trying to find where you're supposed to go and you're not quite sure, right click it when you have the map up and it'll draw this nice little red line. The big tip about this that I didn't realize is it works even if it's unidentified. If you have this fog of war, see how it'll go through? This will lead me the entire way. There are some parts, like when you're trying to get down here, that took me forever to figure out how to get there with all the fog of war. Highly recommend it. Second, I recommend rushing the storyline. It's not how I wanted to play the game. I wanted to do a completion of everything. However, the reason you probably should, if you want to be efficient, to rush to the storyline, at least acts 1, 2, and 3, it'd be you have to complete those to get into Act 4. You can complete Acts 1, 2, 3 in any order, but Act 4 won't unlock until those are done. The beginning of Act 4 is when you get your mount, and that's going to allow you to travel a lot quicker from point to point and saving you a lot of time. The other thing, if you want to be efficient, is play on World Tier 1. If you play on World Tier 2, that's fine. You're just going to progress slower. In my opinion, the rewards for World Tier 2 aren't good enough. And the increased health that the monsters get aren't worth the gains. So you're going to kill slower, and it's harder to keep up the efficiency of making sure you're killing quick enough that I think it's 20% increased experience in gold, actually keeps up. So if you want to be efficient, play on World Tier 1. If you want to play on World Tier 2, do it. If you don't want to rush the storyline, don't. The big thing is that you're playing the game and having fun. But if you want to be efficient, rush the storyline on World Tier 1. If you're struggling and it's around level 30 when the levels kind of slow down a little bit, don't forget to upgrade your weapon. Just pay attention to how much gold you're spending, and you should be okay. I don't recommend upgrading all the way though, because near the end it does start using some legendary materials and a lot of gold. 3 upgrades seems to be about the sweet spot for me when I was doing the campaign trying to level through it. If you're still struggling, make sure you're checking the aspects that you might have unlocked while doing the dungeons. If you don't care about spoilers, you can go ahead and look up which aspects are unlocked where and where those locations are and just get them out of real quick. If you're playing Sorcerer and you watched my Sorcerer's video, you'll know that down here there is a dungeon for the barrows. It's the Dead Man's Dredge, and that is really good if you're using ice shards as sorcerers. And you can just rush this. The other thing is green numbers on items not necessarily better. So see how there's like +1s on this, but 3 greens and 2 reds. Well, they might be better, and you might have a higher item power, but they might be worse. That's a bad example. But if we look at like my weapon here, core skill damage, overpower damage, not really great for a sorceress. But there's stuff like vulnerability damage. Keep an eye on that. The game doesn't account for how your build comes together with certain things, and with my build, vulnerability is a big part and really good. So just because it says green doesn't mean it's better. So if you're struggling, maybe it's time to actually start reading the mods instead of just equipping whatever's green. Tip 4, don't be afraid to respec. Respecking is really cheap and not hard. Down at the bottom here, there's a refund all that you can just press and you'll be off to the races in no time. On top of that, you can respec single points by right clicking, and this cost does get up the higher level you are. So while you're low level and you have all the options to unlock everything, respec, play with it, try it out. Just make sure you keep enough gold to respec back out. While you're leveling in the campaign, you're not going to have too much use of a gold, so it's a really good time to test everything out and see if you like everything. On top of that, one thing that I've noticed a couple people missing is their white quests. And what I mean by that is they are not looking at this tab here. Like I have one here that I need to do that I had no idea. So check in once in a while, see if you have any white quests. They're the priority quests. This will be stuff like if you're a sorcerer at level 15, you'll unlock your enchantments. 25, I think necromancers unlock golems. Stuff like that will show up in here as white quests. Unlock World Tier 3, Hell Tides, stuff like that to tell you about new features and stuff that you can unlock will be in here. Really important that you keep an eye out of those. And really, the biggest tip all, and it's not even on the list, is just going to be have fun. you know, point two of rushing the main storyline, that's really not what I wanted to do. I wanted to unlock everything as I went, but I wanted the mount, and so ultimately I did rush it, and I still had fun. The game's pretty fun so far. I've been enjoying it. Hopefully, with the actual launch coming tonight, you guys might learn something and hopefully take away from it, have a better experience. But the big tip is the pins. Please, please, please use the pin system to get these lines to where you need to go, especially in Fog of War. It is so nice. But hopefully you guys learned something. Any questions, ask me in the comments. I will be checking those and trying to help everybody as best I can. And enjoy the launch of Diablo 4. Bye.